Hey guys, what's up? It's ET from Saga, the game that gets people sharing the stories and soundtrack of their lives. I'm here on day 18 of playing 30 cards in 30 days. Thanks so much for playing along with me. Today's card is Puke. Puke. But before I tell a Puke story, I just want to let you know that if you're interested at all in the Saga story or the journey and you want to keep up with what we're doing, there's two really easy ways you can do that. The first is obviously go to song-saga.com, our website, and you can check out the blog. We keep kind of updating the blog there with things we're working on and all the big news. And the second thing, which I'd love for you to do if you haven't already, is join our private Facebook group. That's called Backstage. You can just search for it and get in there. You'll have to answer a couple quick questions, and then we'll let you into the group. And from that group, you'll get the inside scoop on everything that's going on with the band behind Saga, including yours truly. And we're also giving away games and doing other things. So it's worth a minute to check that out. Okay, Puke. So, Puke card reminds me of this time when I was in college. We used to have this kind of party called a Tequila lockout. Now, the way the Tequila lockout worked was to get in, two people could get into the party with what we called a handle of tequila. And a handle was like a big gallon, kind of like milk jug sized bottle of tequila. So two people could get in on a full one, but only one person could leave the party with an empty one. So an empty handle of tequila was your ticket out of the party. And so you can imagine, like, tequila bottles became pretty precious because half the people knew they were going to get stuck in there with all the maniacs and drunkards and idiots, right? So so it wasn't like the worst thing in the world if you got stuck inside at a tequila lockout party, because we would make like a late night spaghetti dinner for everybody who was trapped inside. That usually ended up in a spaghetti fight, which was fun and messy. And then the next morning, for everyone who like passed out, crashed out, we'd wake up and we'd make a big pancake breakfast for everybody. So this was kind of a thing that we did once in a while and was, stupid and silly and fun and dangerous. So at one of these tequila lockout parties, it turned out to be like a really big one. A ton of people showed up and all the bathrooms were full for obvious reasons. And I was like, oh no, man, I'm not feeling good. And so I was like, I couldn't go in the bathroom. I couldn't go in the kitchen because it was full of people. I was like, oh my God, there was no like windows really accessible. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hurl. And so I tried, and I didn't have an empty bottle. So I went to the front door, and there's some big burly dude, like who's decided that he's going to be the bouncer at our party. And I'm like, hey man, let me out. And he's like, where's your handle? And I'm like, dude, it's my fucking party. Let me out. He's like, no handle, no exit. And I'm like, bro, you've got to let me out. I'm serious. This is my house. It's my party. And he's like, those are the rules, man. And I was like, oh no. So, that little sliver of space between a door and a door frame, like where the hinges are, that little teeny crack. So I was like, all right, man. And I just went up to the crack and I was like, Grah! And I just, so gross. I shouldn't be saying this on the internet. Oh, damn. Pinky promise you won't tell anyone? Yeah. Anyway, so I threw up through the little crack in the front door of my own apartment. And of course, as soon as I did that, the dude was like, whoa, get out. And then I promptly went out across to the neighbor's lawn and took a little nap in the neighbor's yard for a while until I got a little more sober. And then so that's the story for Puke. And the song that comes to mind is Under the Bridge Downtown by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And only because we were such massive Red Hot Chili Pepper fans, and as good a song as that is, and as much as we can all probably appreciate it, I remember that for me and my friends who were into this tequila lockout situation, we were kind of bummed out that the Red Hot Chili Peppers were doing this ballad, and we're like, man, we want to rock, we want to party, we want Flea to be jamming on that, slapping that bass, and yeah. Anyway, so it turns out that song has good memories too, but for some reason I think the idea of just being feeling rough and listening to sad Red Hot Chili Pepper songs when we'd become so used to them being the kind of songs that got us amped up. Yeah, that was a moment in time. So anyway, we've all been there. I know you got one. Don't be afraid to share it. What's the puke card do for you? Does it spark a memory of a moment or some music or both? We'd love to hear your memories. Share them in the comments. Hit us up. And don't forget to join the Backstage Facebook group. Thanks so much for hanging around, watching, listening to me rattle on with my old stories. And I will see you tomorrow for day 19. Cheers.